Hey guys, welcome, Sammy in Cebu. Let's get this camera set up nicely. All right, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining. I am Sri Lankan Sammi, Canadian, Sri Lankan citizen, semi-retired in Cebu. Welcome. Thanks again for joining, everybody. I'm happy to be here. It is midweek podcast. Today we're going to talk about the Typhoon. Wow, what a crazy weekend that was. Weekday, Monday, Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. Monday night till Tuesday afternoon. Monday night about 2 a.m. It started drizzling around 4 p.m. Monday, and it finished raining Tuesday late evening. And now it's sunny and clear Wednesday. Well, we had one tree down in front of the house. You guys will see the video on that. New Punjab, thanks for joining. How are you, brother? I'm doing really well. I was just saying, nothing happened here in my neighborhood. No damage, just a couple of trees, a bunch of leaves. We don't have electricity yet. We haven't had electricity since Monday. The utility shut it off for safety reasons, and they're slowly bringing it up. Now, this area still does not have electricity, but I have generator power for 5 hours in the morning and 5 hours in the evening. So I have power for another 5 hours. The generator just kicked in about a half an hour ago. So I have it for another 5 hours. So I'm charging everything, making sure everything is powered up. I should charge this. So mobile services came back online this morning. Otherwise, I didn't have even mobile. But let's see how long. Hopefully tonight or tomorrow we'll have electricity, but it's not that big of a deal because I'm moving. Today is Wednesday night. Friday morning I'm moving to a new place, so I just have tomorrow to deal with. So tomorrow night, let's take a look at the calendar. I still don't even know my calendar. Jesus. So Thursday after work, I have an hour from my last class. Well, no, maybe actually 2 hours, depending on the student who wants to switch their times. I have to update my schedule. Geez, otherwise I'll forget about this. Yeah, so I will have a couple of hours on Thursday night before the power goes out. To start packing, and then Friday morning when I wake up, I'll shower and get ready. Don't have any classes on Fridays. I will pack up the final things like the kitchen stuff, the bathroom stuff, pack all of those up, pack up the computers. Those are the last things to go. And then I will ride my motorcycle over, and I will pay the first month's rent and first month's deposit, and get the key, and then I will park the scooter there, take a taxi back here, grab my stuff because it'll already be packed, and then order a taxi, a van, and then take the stuff over there and then just walk in because I'll have the key. I'll be a registered guest. And then Friday, I will start setting everything up. And then I will chill out and relax, enjoy the pool, enjoy the facilities. That'll be my cardio for the day because I will sweat my balls off. Then I have 3 weeks left at the gym. 3 weeks left at my gym, which I paid for. So I'm going to go there only for my strength training, which I will probably change to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's see here. No, I'll have to change it to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting the following week. Because he's only available from 10 till 11. And my... because now I'm going to have to take the scooter over instead of walking over. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. We had a good conversation last time, so I'm really glad you're back. So the typhoon, I didn't get really affected by it, other than the power outages, and the fact that I have to turn off my computer and then put everything back on. I can, from 10 p.m. till 8 a.m. That's 10 hours. My computer doesn't last that long on standby. Well, I can put it to sleep. Let me put it to sleep tonight and see if it lives till tomorrow morning. What just happened? We froze here. Oh, I just pushed the pause button. That's why. So everything is, make sure the sound is working fine. Okay. Yeah, nothing really affected me other than this power issue that I'm having, which again will be resolved in 24 hours because I'm going to be moving. And they have I don't have city electricity. City electricity is not working. Let's see here. What am I doing? So if you guys have any questions, please comment. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you think. But I just wanted to say hi and talk and let you know that everything's okay over here. I'm fine. There's nothing concerning. Now, yes, we did have some deaths. About approximately 50 people passed away. People were killed by the storm through landslides or their buildings collapsing on them because of flooding. And that happened in the poorer areas because of the way the buildings are constructed, and in the countryside where there's landslides. So, that happens even in Sri Lanka, even in Thailand. It happens all the time. But we have another typhoon coming on Monday. But that is going to be several hundred kilometers away from me. I'm not going to be affected by the main part. I'm going to be affected by the fringe part of it, which will give me a little bit of rain. No wind, just rain, drizzle. The fringe part of it. Because it's going to hit northern Luzon, which is north of Manila, north of Subic Bay. That area is going to get hit hard. But that's Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And then behind that is another low pressure system that nobody has any idea where it's going because it's 2 weeks away. I told Anuj, I said, are you bringing all that disasters with you? He was here when the earthquake happened, the big one. I arrived 2 days later, 3 days later. So yeah, this stuff happens, but I'm not worried about it. I'm living on the 15th floor or 12th floor. I live on the 12th floor now, so I'm not worried about it. Away from all the noise, all the construction, the generator. I was at the swimming pool today. The swimming pool is closed because it's full of garbage. We need to clean it out. Then I was going to make a video out there, and then the generator kicked on, and it's right behind there. So there's no way I could have made it. That's why I came back inside and made a vlog inside. But I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. I'm not going to do very long because I have to get ready for class, and I need to make sure everything is charging up, and that I have food prepared, and everything is okay for when the power goes out. Because I do have classes coming up. I have 3 classes. Do I? What do I have? I don't even know. I have 4 hours of work right after this. So let's see what happens. Yeah, starting in 2 weeks, my schedule opens right up. Oh, it's going to be so nice. I won't have any more daytime classes, only in the evening, which means I can go out and I can hang out with my friends. I've made a bunch of new friends, for expats that I can hang out with during the day. Take the motorcycle out once I get it back, hopefully this week or next. I mean, it's obviously been delayed 3 or 4 days because of the typhoon, but I should have an answer early next week. And then, so indoor underground parking in my condo is over $100 a month for a motorcycle that isn't even mine. No, thank you. I have to pay for utilities, so internet, electricity, and water. Water I don't use a lot. Water is like 500 pesos, which is $10, $20 a month. Internet I pay $40, so there's $50. Let's say $60. Electricity, probably depending on how much I use, it's going to be a little bit pricier. Maybe, Tim was saying he runs 2 air conditioners all day, 24 hours a day in his place. He has a 2-story, 3-bedroom apartment, and his electricity bill is about $110 a month. So I'm figuring I will pay much less than that because I don't use the AC part. I use the dry dehumidifier part, which is much more cost effective. So I figure anywhere between $100 and $150 a month in extra utilities that I'm going to have to pay. A water bottle service, I go through like 2-3 bottles a week because I drink a lot of water, which costs me like $10. And that's delivered to my room. Food service and stuff like that, deliveries, I have to go downstairs to pick them up. Now, I have 2 packages coming here. I hope my package comes tomorrow. I doubt it. So I'm going to have to talk to the security guard and let him know. This place is still paid for, right? Until the end of the month. I'm not going to ask my landlord for the money back because I promised her, I told her I was going to stay here for 6 months. She gave me a price based on 6 months, but I'm only staying 2. I've paid for 2 months. I'm staying 2. I'm leaving 2 weeks before, right? So I haven't told her I'm leaving. I'm going to tell her after I leave because I'm giving her 2 weeks notice. But it is what it is, right? Where is my Lazada? Let's see. Where my packages are. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. And then the other one is supposed to be here on Saturday. So let's see what happens. Let's see. Anyway, I'm not worrying about it. It's not a big deal. It's just a face mask for a motorcycle that covers your nose and your mouth and covers your head. So when you put the helmet on, you're not, the sweat isn't going into the helmet. And then the other one is like gloves for the motorcycle. Anyway, those I don't have to worry about. They weren't that expensive. If I get them, I get them. If I don't, I don't. But food delivery at the new condo, you have to go downstairs to get it. And for me, that's a walk because I'm in a different tower. So you have to take an elevator up to the 4th floor, walk across the amenities lobby to the other elevator, bank of elevators for the 3rd tower. So it's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to order a lot of food because there's a lot of restaurants locally and I'm right across the street. I'm a 5-minute motorcycle scooter ride, not even 5 minutes, 2-minute scooter ride to the grocery store and to like many local restaurants. So eating in Mactan, Newtown, I probably won't because it's very expensive. Like this is a luxury condo. So yeah, there's that. What else? Let me just turn the air conditioner to dehumidifier. It's cold. Ugh. And moving to the new place, I don't have to worry about mice and geckos and spiders. Ugh. But no, like I said, the number one reason is I just want a more comfortable place. It's overall, it's the same price as what I'm paying here. Because here I'm paying a little higher, but everything's included. Over there, I'm paying lower, but I have to pay for the extras. It all works out to be the same. It works out to be about 32,000 pesos a month. 32,000 pesos is, at today's exchange rate, about 540 USD a month, which is high because you can get a place for probably 300. But it's older, it's in the middle of nowhere. You have to have a scooter to travel around. Like, here's the problem. When I have a scooter to go someplace and buy groceries, I can't carry a lot because that scooter doesn't have anything. Now, when I have the motorcycle, that's going to be a problem too. But what I'm going to do is, I am right across the street. I have to walk probably 5 to 7 minutes to get to the grocery store. I'm just going to take a backpack or a bag and put everything in the bag and carry it back. I'm not going to take the motorcycle. It's dangerous, especially like on the scooter, I have the floor where I can put stuff on the floor. But on the motorcycle, no, there's nothing. I have to carry the stuff in my hands and put them on the handlebar. That's dangerous. That is so dangerous. It's impossible. So Backpack I can do on the motorcycle. The big beach bag I have I can do on the motorcycle because I can just put it on my shoulder. But I'll just walk. That's good exercise. I love walking. I love the exercise I'm getting. So what else? What else? I'm excited to be able to use the pool every day. Because they have two pools, they alternate the cleaning schedule so that one pool is always open. There's a jacuzzi, there's a sauna. So I'm really happy about that. Let me get that realtor's phone number. I thought I lost my card case. It wasn't in the pocket that I normally have it in. That scared the crap out of me. Anyway, I have to message her as a thank you and tell her to see her on Friday morning. Anyway, so I also got a contact for parking. Zero 09. All right, so I'm going to message her. And I have to message my old real estate broker and tell him I'm not going to deal with him, unfortunately. He just takes too long. And I don't like waiting. That's the other thing you're going to have to get used to here is that things happen on Filipino time. They don't jump at things. So you're going to have to wait and but I put my message out to like 3 or 4 people. The ones who got back to me is the ones I'm going to do business with. Plus, the place I found is actually better than any other place I have. And it's difficult to find a place that is interested in renting short term. They want long term. But I did find one. Once I move in and settle in, I'll feel more comfortable in inviting people over. I wasn't too comfortable inviting people over here. It's not the best place on the planet. It's nice. It's just not that nice. Because I would say it's like a 2-star, 3-star. 3-star. I've said this before. It's not maintained well. They're doing their best, but it's just not maintained well. For what they pay in condo fees, but the condo fees in this place that I'm staying in are ridiculous. They just went up. They just went up like $50 a month. It's crazy. I would never pay that. Never ever buy a condo in the Philippines. They promise you the sun and the moon in the sky, and then the reality is nope. Nope. Too many get rich quick. I'm going to talk about get rich quick get rich quick ideas that people put out there that are not get rich quick. The only people who make money are the first ones or the people putting the crap together. Let's be with you. How you doing, brother? Thank you for popping in and saying hi. I totally appreciate it. Totally love that. Thank you so much. I love it. Glad you're here. When you have some time, watch the live stream again. I'm okay. The typhoon passed by me and no damage other than a fallen tree and a couple of leaves here or there. No flooding, no problems, no issues. I'm safe. Thank you very much. Okay. I hope you stay safe as well. So yeah, moving to this new place, and then my schedule as of next week is my last classes for my contract. And once that happens, thanks, brother. Truly appreciate that. I wasn't worried. It was a category 1. I've survived worse than that. And I'm in a modern building, so I wasn't too worried about it. I spoke to the landlord. She says I don't have to worry about flooding in this area because this area doesn't have flooding. I mean, it's not the first typhoon that's hit this area. So I wasn't too worried. Moving to this new place, having the facilities that I have, the gym, the pool, will go a long way to my psychological and mental happiness. From a social perspective, there are a lot of people in those buildings, a lot of foreigners, Koreans, Westerners, who I can kind of meet up with. And, oh, hi, how are you? Where are you from? You know, I met some nice people in the lobby from America who were residing, they've been traveling in Southeast Asia for years with their kids. Rick, how's it going, brother? Good you joined. Oh man, that tsunami, 2004 Christmas Day tsunami. I went to the tsunami museum in Sri Lanka in Hikkaduwa. Oh my goodness. They have one section that they say over 18 only and no women or children. And the pictures of the bodies just piled up and the raw bodies just after the waters receded and the inside of the train cars. It was horrific. You know, I've seen some stuff on the internet, but to see that and then go outside and see the train car that they had taken those pictures from, and then the place where it happened is just horrific. Hundreds of thousands of people. Just, I cannot imagine it. My parents were not there. Were they there or not? No, they were not there. No, they were there. They were not there. I can't remember. That's 20 years ago. I'm going to say they were not there, but my cousins and everyone were. But Colombo wasn't affected because it's so far away. I mean, they had a storm surge, but they didn't have any water coming that far inland. My father lost a distant cousin who lived in Gaul, because that's where my dad's from. So he lost a distant cousin. I mean, I knew someone who passed away in the Itaewon, Korea Halloween crowd crush. One of my friend's little sister passed away in that. So I'm pretty sure if I lived in Korea, I would have learned that there were more people. I mean, most of them were young people, but they were probably related to people I know or knew. Yeah, Rick, it's a sad. Every country has its disaster. Korea had the crowd crush. Korea had the seawall ferry boat accident where 300 students sat in the boat waiting for instructions while it sank. No, Rick, I've experienced typhoons in Korea. We had a category 3 about 14 years ago. But, you know, I lived in modern buildings with nothing happened. Just in the remote communities where landslides and smaller buildings were destroyed and flooding. But in Seoul, nothing. By the time it gets to Seoul, it's actually not that bad. I've experienced every natural disaster except the volcano. I mean, I've seen a volcano, but a volcanic eruption and a tsunami. Those are the only two things I've never experienced. Earthquakes, typhoons. I mean, typhoon and hurricane is the same thing. I've experienced a tornado in my hometown in Canada. In 1984, there was a small isolated tornado. I was looking out my bedroom window and I'm like, that sky is the weirdest color I've ever seen it. Little did I realize I'm watching a tornado. And it was the night before our junior prom or junior graduation or something like that. I remember it. It's at the end of May. I remember it it was so strange. I just saw a Instagram reel about it on one of these history channels, and they were talking about it. It was crazy. I also saw this one. I found it really interesting. It showed a video of downtown Toronto in 1967 or 1986. Can't remember which one it was. I'm going to say it's 1967, the year I was born. Regardless, even 1986. No, it would have been 1967. Yeah, because I remember the cars. So it was the 1960s. And it was the main corner in downtown Toronto. And it was showing, what it looked like. You see the streetcar going by, people going by, cars driving by. It was summertime. And I said, that's very beautiful. And I was thinking, what is different from today? And in that picture, all you see are white people. And I've said this before, and I found it unique because I've said it before. You can stand in Toronto for an hour and not see a white person today. The demographic has shifted so much. And I've talked about that before. One of the reasons I left Canada was the demographics were shifting too much. And I noticed that 25 years ago. So can you imagine what it looks like today? One of the things I love about Korea is that I can go days without seeing anyone but a Korean. I only need to deal with one kind of crazy, and that's Korea. I don't have to deal with anyone else. In a Western country, it's so many. Yeah, I don't like talking about politics, but a lot of people ask me why I left Canada, and it's not about politics, it's about demographics. I saw the country changing. And I didn't like the direction it was going in. It has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with culture, and I prefer a homogenous culture. That's the point I'm trying to make. And because people have asked me why I left Canada, all that. But I am having a really good time. This week is stressful because of the typhoon and the electricity and the schedule changes. I got to cancel classes today because of that. I have to go to the bank and get money out of the bank machine that I wasn't planning on using because I was going to pay month to month. Now I have to pay 2 months and then another 2 months, which I wasn't planning on doing, which means I'm going to have a crap ton of money to spend next month. But I only have a certain amount in savings in Korea. Everything else is in securities. So I'm not liquid. So, I'm not poor, but pulling money out of the bank, I don't like doing that. And having, I like to have that safety net, which I still have. I'm not worried about it. Once I pay my rent, I don't have to worry about my utility bill until end of December. And by then I'll have money in the bank, so I'm not worried about it. I just don't like not having cash or access to money. For me to have access to money, because of the way this country works, is I have to go to the bank machine and put money out of the bank. I don't have a Cash App. I don't have a bank account here. Not yet. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get a bank account. Harper? Well, I don't know what are you talking about? Stephen Harper? I don't even remember who that is. I know he was the prime minister like 10, 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. I don't even remember. Yeah, I stopped voting. I haven't voted in 25 years. I could vote in 3 countries legally. I can vote in Canada, I can vote in Sri Lanka, and I can vote for municipal elections in Korea. I stopped voting in Canada 25 years ago, and I voted only in Sri Lanka once, just so I could register as a voter. So I'm on the record in Sri Lanka because I'm a new citizen. So I wanted to make sure I'm on that record. So the government has me listed. So I registered to vote. But I'm never voting again. There was the presidential election, and then there was the municipal election. I never voted. I told Mom I'm not interested. I don't care. Because they don't do anything. There's a traffic light out in front of our house that's never worked. Never worked. I sent an email to the president's email, never got an answer. Never got an answer back. Not even thank you for emailing us, blah, blah, blah. No, never got an answer back. I emailed every representative, never got an answer back. So they don't care. They don't care. They only care when politicians only care when they want your vote. Once they get elected, they never want to hear from you again. Anyway, no more politics. Anyway, what else is going on? Well, like I said, I got to wrap things up a little bit earlier today because I got to get ready for a class. But what happened? What happened there? The internet is like flippity here. Keeps cutting in and out. It was doing that like when I first got here, and it hasn't done it in like 3 or 4 weeks, but now it's doing it again. Maybe it's just because of the typhoon and the electrical system here. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to wrap things up right now and say thank you so much for joining me. Oh, yeah, maybe I should do this. I totally forgot. Let's say hello to our newest subscribers. Where are you? Where are you? Newest subscribers. Here we are. So as I said, I have 10 or 20 subscribers a week or more. I have a lot. I have maybe 20 or 30 subscribers a week, but only the ones who are public I can see. If you're not public, I can't see your name. So I want to say hello to Sleeve Lumi and Mark W. Those are the 2 newest ones. And when you subscribe, I subscribe to your channel as a public subscriber. So, Aaron, you're a recent subscriber. I guess you unsubscribed and resubscribed because you showed up on this one here today. Wow, that's weird. Let's see here. What else is going on? I got a notification. Sometimes it sends me notifications of new subscribers. And did I get one? That's a mosquito. Where did you go? There you are. Oh, I can't see that now. Got a notification that someone had just subscribed. Anyway, let's not worry too much about it. I want to say thank you again, guys, for your time, for your attention, for your kind words, your subscriptions, your comments, your likes, your shares. You guys are doing a great job, okay? You're doing excellent work in building this channel. So I hope you continue following me for the adventures that we are going on, because let me tell you something, these adventures are going to get amazing. They're going to get so much fun, so much more fun. Trust me, I have a whole crap ton of stuff ready to go. Like what I mean, crap, like a lot of topics that we're going to be getting involved in, especially considering that we are getting close to the end of my work schedule, and we can start moving towards full-time YouTube. By mid-December, I'll be able to like focus. No, by end of November, I'll be able to focus more. We're definitely going to go to Mobile and swim with the whale sharks. That's going to happen. Don't worry about that. That's going to happen. And more adventures in Cebu and Lapu-Lapu, Mactan Island. Guys, thanks again for joining. Remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. Be good to each other. And remember, we're not strangers. We're just friends who haven't met yet. I'm Sammi in Cebu, Sri Lankan Sammi, saying, please join us and see you on the other side.